Have you ever noticed that the things you chase the hardest seem to run away from you, while the moments you let go, everything you wanted somehow flows toward you effortlessly? It's as if life rewards stillness, not struggle, as if the secret to achieving what you desire isn't found in trying harder, but in relaxing deeper. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." That line, written almost 2,000 years ago, hides a truth that modern science and spirituality are only now beginning to rediscover: that your inner state determines your outer world. Today, we live in an age of relentless striving. We are constantly told to hustle, to push, to manifest through force, to visualize and grind until our dreams bend to our will. But the Stoics, those ancient philosophers of calm strength, saw things differently. They believed that peace precedes power, that tranquility, not tension, is the foundation of effectiveness, and that the man who can remain calm in the storm commands the storm itself. In this video, we'll explore how relaxing, truly relaxing, not escaping or avoiding, can become the key to manifesting everything you desire. We'll uncover how surrender and serenity work as powerful forces of creation. You'll see how Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus lived this truth, and you'll learn how to apply it in your modern life, where anxiety, ambition, and distraction constantly threaten to pull you off center. But before we go deeper, I want you to pause for a moment. Take a slow, deep breath in. Feel your lungs fill, then let it out gently. Ask yourself this: what would happen if I stopped trying so hard? What if instead of fighting for control, I trusted life a little more? Because perhaps the real secret to manifesting your dreams isn't to wrestle with the universe, but to flow with it. We spend much of our lives in pursuit. We chase success, love, money, respect, freedom, thinking they lie somewhere out there beyond reach, waiting to be earned through effort. But in the Stoic view, all that truly matters already exists within us. The outer world merely mirrors our inner condition. Seneca said, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself." What he meant is that life's challenges aren't blockages to your desires, they are bridges toward them, and the calm mind walks those bridges while the anxious one trembles before them. Modern psychology echoes this wisdom. When you are tense, desperate, or afraid, your mind enters survival mode. Your perception narrows, your decisions become reactive. You repel opportunities without even realizing it. But when you are relaxed, truly at ease with yourself, your brain operates at a higher frequency. You see possibilities clearly, you attract people effortlessly, you become magnetic, not because you are doing more, but because you are being more. Think about the last time something beautiful unfolded in your life. Maybe a friendship that blossomed naturally, a job opportunity that came out of nowhere, a moment of inspiration that changed your direction. Did you force it? Or did it come when you were least expecting it, when you were in flow? The Stoics would say, that is the universe aligning with your reason, with your natural rhythm. Epictetus taught, don't seek for things to happen the way you want them to. Rather, wish that what happens happens the way it does, and your life will flow smoothly. This is one of the most radical teachings in all philosophy, because it tells us that surrender, not struggle, is the highest form of strength. When you relax, you stop resisting the present moment. You stop arguing with reality. You stop believing that peace lies in the future once everything is perfect. Instead, you root yourself here, in this breath, in this instant. And from that grounded state, you begin to create calmly, confidently, without fear. Now, I want you to reflect. When was the last time you felt truly calm? Not distracted, not numbed out, but calm, clear, centered, alive. What were you doing? Who were you with? How did life feel in that moment? That state is your natural home. It's where all true manifestation begins. Let's look at a story. In his meditations, Marcus Aurelius describes a moment when the Roman Empire was at war, when his own soldiers were dying from plague, and when his enemies were closing in. Any modern leader would have panicked, yet Marcus wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." Even as chaos surrounded him, he found peace within. That peace became his strength, the clarity from which he led, decided and endured. Imagine that, ruling an empire under siege, yet finding stillness enough to write about serenity. That's not weakness, that's mastery. Now you might say, but I'm not an emperor. My problems are bills, deadlines, heartbreaks, the pressure to succeed. And that's true, but your battlefield is internal, just as his was. Your empire is your mind. Every day you either rule it or it rules you. When you relax, when you stop letting every thought drag you into fear or desire, you regain your throne. You remember that you are not the noise of your mind, but the awareness behind it. Seneca put it beautifully, "He who is brave is free." And bravery, in the Stoic sense, isn't charging into battle. It's daring to trust life. Daring to be still when the world tells you to panic. So how do we apply this? How do we live relaxation as a spiritual practice? First, by understanding that relaxation doesn't mean inaction. The Stoics were not lazy. They worked, fought, built, served, but they did so without attachment to the outcome. They acted from presence, not pressure. When you are calm, your actions carry more precision. You no longer waste energy on what you can't control. You stop scattering your focus across what-ifs and should-haves. You act on what's in front of you, with clarity and grace. Think of an athlete in the zone, calm but intensely focused. They're not trying to perform, they're flowing with the moment. That's the essence of Stoic manifestation, to align with nature's flow rather than fight against it. Ask yourself, what areas of your life feel forced right now? Where are you trying to push or control something that refuses to move? What if, instead of forcing, you simply relaxed and trusted the process? Let's bring in a modern perspective. In neuroscience, there's something called the default mode network, the brain system that activates when you're at rest. Daydreaming, reflecting, allowing your mind to wander. It turns out that many breakthroughs, insights, and creative ideas happen when this system is active, not when you're grinding in focus mode. In other words, relaxation is productive. When you take a walk, when you sit quietly, when you meditate, or simply let yourself breathe, your mind integrates, connects dots, and reveals solutions that tension can never find. The Stoics didn't have MRI machines, but they understood this intuitively. That's why Marcus Aurelius took time each morning to write in solitude, why Seneca practiced silence, why Epictetus emphasized reflection. They knew that the calm mind is a creative mind. So, if you want to manifest love, wealth, peace, purpose, start by cultivating stillness, not as a trick, but as a way of life. When you are at ease, you send a signal to the universe, or if you prefer to your subconscious mind, that you already have enough. You are already safe, you are already whole, and from that wholeness, more goodness naturally flows. Desperation repels, calm attracts. Let's do a small exercise together. Take a deep breath. As you breathe out, release one worry that has been sitting heavy in your chest. Picture it leaving you like smoke in the wind. Then ask yourself, quietly, if I already trusted that everything I desire is on its way, how would I move through this day? How would I speak? How would I treat others? How would I treat myself? Because that's the paradox of manifestation. You don't get what you want, you get what you are. And when you are relaxed, when you are rooted in faith, gratitude, and patience, you become the kind of person who naturally attracts peace, abundance, and joy. Epictetus said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." What if, starting today, you decided to disregard the outcome and instead to enjoy the process? What if you trusted that every delay has purpose, that every obstacle is guiding you, that every quiet moment is preparing you? What if you finally let go of forcing and let life surprise you? Now let's talk about trust, the forgotten virtue. To relax deeply, you must trust deeply. Not in luck, not in chance, but in the natural intelligence of life itself. The Stoics called it the logos, the rational order of the universe. They believe that everything unfolds according to nature's wisdom, even if we can't yet understand it. When you trust this wisdom, you stop demanding certainty. You stop needing everything to happen on your timeline. You start to see delays not as denials, but as alignments. Seneca wrote, "The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately." So instead of waiting for your dreams to appear before you can relax, relax now. Live now. Be grateful now. Because from that vibration of presence, your desires begin to find you. This is not about passivity. It's about inner alignment. You still work, still act, still plan, but from a place of calm faith, not anxious control. Let's take a moment for reflection. Where in your life are you holding tension? Maybe it's around money, relationships, health, or purpose. What would it feel like to exhale, to say, "I trust that this is unfolding exactly as it should"? Can you feel the weight lifting, even a little? That's the power of release. Now let's bridge philosophy into practice. For the next 7 days, I want you to practice what the Stoics might call the art of effortless manifestation. Here's how. Each morning when you wake, take 2 minutes before touching your phone, sit up, breathe deeply, and ask, "What is within my control today?" Focus only on that. Let everything else go. Throughout the day, whenever you feel tension, when your mind starts spiraling into worry or pressure, pause. Relax your shoulders, unclench your jaw, return to your breath. Then repeat silently, "I let life unfold through me, not against me." In the evening, before bed, reflect like Marcus Aurelius did. Ask, "Where did I resist life today, and where did I flow?" Then write one sentence of gratitude, even for the challenges. Do this consistently, and you'll begin to notice a shift. Things that once felt impossible begin to open. People respond differently. Opportunities appear naturally, not because magic has happened, but because your state has changed. Remember, your energy teaches the world how to treat you, and the calm soul attracts calm circumstances. Before we close, consider this final reflection. When you're chasing, life runs. When you're relaxed, life walks beside you. Marcus Aurelius, at the end of his meditations, wrote words that could have been written for us today. Accept whatever comes to you, woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs. Everything that is meant for you is already woven into your path, but you can only see it when you're still enough to notice. So, breathe, trust, relax, because when you do, you'll find that you don't need to chase your desires. They start to chase you. If this message resonated with you, I invite you to reflect on it tonight. Where can you let go of control? Where can you relax into faith? And how might your life change if you lived every day from calm rather than chaos? Thank you for spending this time reflecting with me. If you found value in this, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. How you plan to practice this art of relaxing and allowing. And if you want more weekly reflections on Stoic philosophy, manifestation, and inner peace, subscribe to the channel. Because sometimes all it takes to change your life is a single breath and the courage to relax.